Okay, and then once we
Perfect. Hello and welcome to the community game night. We have our friends from Helix Charter High School in California and a bunch of friends from the Laveen Elementary School District and then also around the state and also some NASEF fellows. But we're going to get started here. So please just get ready, I guess. We're going to go.
as ready as you can be.
So I've hit start.
All right, Robert, you want to pop in this PA?
Yeah.
Wasi, I think you're echoing.
Yeah, if you guys have...
I am.
All right, thank you for joining us for Laveen Community Game Night. I am joined by some voices you might recognize and one that you won't, but I have Mr. Wasi and Mr. Smith in here, and then we are also joined by Mr. Hahn, who is a librarian in Iowa. So are you guys playing tonight, or are you just watching right now?
Just watching.
Well, I will be playing, but I don't know how long I'm going to last because I'm not the best.
I'm just watching.
That is all
I
right.
did just re-download it though.
Oh, nice. Maybe you guys will jump into the squads. But now we are getting started. We have 8 seconds. And you guys are able to see my screen, I believe. Now I have an issue. My A button is not working, so... All right. Okay, there we go. We're all good now. So I'm jumping out, and I'm just going to try and get eliminated here as quickly as possible. So that we can watch some people that are better at this game than me.
Just going to say, you dropped so fast, Mr. Williams. You're just booming down on the ground.
Well, I'm just trying to find people. I see someone with a Batman glider down there.
All right, them custom skins.
You gotta try at some point.
Oh, someone's shooting at me. Someone else is shooting at me. All right. So let's make sure we are able to spectate.
I think that is a personal record for you, though, Mr. Williams, with that elimination time.
Personal record is quick, or I lasted a while?
No, as quick as you were able to get yourself eliminated, that was impressive. That takes skill.
Well, now we are able to watch LOL Fessels and Astro Skits, who are both joining us from Xbox.
Looks like they are on a roll.
Yeah, we started with around 60 players. We're down to 56 now, but that number can go up and down as those reboot cards are collected and used. Mr. Smith, you're going to have to play in one of these at some point, too.
Yeah, I think Mr. Wasi has it downloaded now. We could probably play next week.
You guys can duo up.
Yeah, and then we could squad up with you in the next one.
I don't know if people would want to watch that. I always say that I need to practice, and then I just don't ever do that.
I have that problem as well. It feels like there's so many other things to do when I'm not as committed to my Fortnite game as I should be. I should make time though.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's not one of the games that I play, but it is definitely a fun game, and I really like that it's free, so we can get as many people involved as possible.
Yeah, I think that's a big reason why so many people play, because it was free.
In other free game news, Rocket League, which is my favorite game, is going free on Wednesday. So I'm going to assume that first the servers will completely crash, but by like Friday or Saturday it might be figured out, and we might be able to have some Rocket League game nights as well, because more people will be able to be involved since that game's now free too.
See, that's something I really haven't played that much, but I think I would get more into that than I do Fortnite. I would be more tempted to play.
Well, since it's free and it's linked to your Epic account, you'll be able to pick it up on Wednesday. It's definitely a game with a lot of different skill levels.
Very hard to play. Very hard.
It's hard, but it's fun.
But there's skill-based matchmaking, so that helps.
Yeah, there was a 7 gig update to Rocket League.
Yeah, they did the connect. So if you already have Rocket League, they did the connections to the Epic game, the Epic Friends, and then they're adding some tournament stuff, and just a lot of the. None of the gameplay is different, but a lot of the menus and stuff look a little different. And stuff's moved around a little bit.
So that's really exciting though for esports as a whole when a game makes a transition like this, though.
Definitely. I think it'll just get more people involved, because I know here in Arizona, in high schools, they play League of Legends and Rocket League for high school esports. So more players we can get involved and get ready for high school will be great.
I don't think I've ever played League of Legends.
I
I'm
have
sure
not
I
either.
don't know what it is. Yeah.
I've tried watching it and I am just completely lost. It's incredibly popular, like throughout the world, though. Like,
Right.
My old roommate, used to play it all the time. He's from South Korea, and it's very big there.
the good thing about Rocket League is you understand what you're supposed to do right from the beginning. League of Legends is a lot more skill based, I would think, and just knowing like what happens, and it's a very strategy intensive.
Well, and I think that's where it kind of picked up in the popularity that like StarCraft once had for that sort of niche for players.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're down to 44 players. We've been watching this same team the whole time, so they're doing pretty good. I still want to see one where we start with the team that eliminated me and have them win.
Well, we're seeing some really good building, though, too. I have since been eliminated, but yeah, I'm having a good time watching this building. I feel like I learned through osmosis throughout all of this as well. So maybe in about another 5 years, I will be a little bit proficient at building.
Yeah, it helps to watch people who are good at building, so you know what to do.
What system do you play on?
I am on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I play on PlayStation, and I don't know. I'm sure Nintendo Switch has you set your keybinds to build instead of having to press circle the whole time.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. I've just been messing with keybinds, though, and it's a matter of trying to get that right I don't know, the right keybinds, but it's also I'm getting older and now my fingers don't move as fast anymore and I don't think as fast. I'm like, oh, I meant to do this, and yeah, clicked ramp instead of wall.
Yeah, you have to memorize it. It takes some muscle memory. I'm still not that good at it, but I used to be terrible at it.
Now we're down to 36. Storm's getting moving people a little closer together. But thank you for joining us for Community Game Night. If you are watching, the chat is emote only, so you can throw some emotes in there so that we don't really need to moderate it at all. But if you're watching, we will start a squads match about 8 to 10 minutes after the conclusion of this match. So the code will be put up on the screen and in that shared how to join document. Now we're down to 33. This team's right at the edge of the storm.
This is a point in the match where things really start to get interesting with how that storm is just pushing everybody together.
It took me a few times watching to realize why people stay at the edge of the storm, because then you're only defending in front of you instead of behind you. So there's definitely strategy to that as well.
That's why people like the edge of the map too, so they don't have to watch their back.
And we're down under 30 now. This team's been doing pretty well. I wonder if they were matched up themselves or were queued together. I'm gonna guess they were matched up because they've been staying pretty close together. It seems like they're working together.
Yeah, I would guess most people are.
There's some pretty good distance shooting there.
Yeah, some really good building as well. I think I'm liking this season with the Marvel stuff a bit better than I had the Water World stuff that was going on.
Definitely adding those weapons in brings in some new strategies.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what those weapons do. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. This guy's caught in the storm.
Yeah, and it builds a wall around it now. All right, looks like they'll make it back in.
That was a little bit dicey for a few moments
Yeah.
there.
Down to 23 remaining. Oh, I saw some people that I know just got eliminated and are spectating with us, so they were eliminated by this team.
Oh yeah, I see that.
They got in the top 25 of players.
Yeah, there's some good players that join these matches Friday nights.
And for this stream, we're also partnered up with Helix Charter High School, so that's bringing a few older students into the mix, which doesn't necessarily mean they'll be better, but they definitely could be. Because I know at Laveen Elementary School, we have down to even second grade playing. And I know there are some students from MC Cash joining us tonight. Possibly some from Desert Meadows and Estrella Foothills.
I don't think any of my patrons are joining in tonight, but there have been some from Iowa in the past.
Perfect. It is a little later there. And your guys' weather allows you to kind of go outside this time of year.
Yeah, it's really nice, and we're also kind of at that harvest season as well, to where this time actually kind of works better for some of the kiddos.
Mr. Smith, did you grow up in Iowa? I know you went to college there.
Yeah, I grew up in Dubuque, Iowa, and then I went to University of Northern Iowa.
See, I'm actually in Cherokee, so other side of the state, but I went to University of Iowa.
Yeah, I think you're on the complete opposite end of the state. I'm as far east as you can get.
Yeah, mine pretty much falls far west.
All right, we're down to 14 players remaining, and they're all pretty close together right now. So probably 5 to 7 squads still in there. Oh, it looks like they were eliminated.
Yep.
Mr. Wassey, your microphone's giving a bunch of feedback.
Right now it is.
Yeah, it was. Now it's stopped. It's interesting. Looks like there are some people trying to get me to join their party, which I'm not going to do for the streaming.
Lossy.
That's all right. So now we're watching the Wolfpack and Kai, who are both PC players. Down to 12 players remaining.
It would be cool if we could tell where these players were from.
Yeah, I wish that Fortnite gave us a little more information, but I'm kind of glad that it doesn't. Just because we have students. Like, even when I see one that I know, I don't want to use their names. I know no one else but students are probably watching the stream, but still. Just trying to promote that good digital citizenship. All right, we're down to 10.
Yeah, this is a really interesting part because we're seeing the fortresses pop up and then, the rating going back and forth.
Uh-huh. Now down in the single digits. The way this team's playing, I think they have a really good chance of winning the entire thing. They both have full health. Quite a few materials and a pretty high vantage point here. But these 9 players are all going to be pretty much on top of each other soon.
Yeah, the circle's pretty small.
It's kind of in an odd place with these mountains.
Well, they're on top here, so they have high ground, so they should win. Unless someone somehow gets above them.
Down to 8. Again, if you're joining us and just watching, waiting for the squads match, we will update the custom match code. I want to make sure that I get it put in first because I've made that mistake before and put it out there and then it doesn't work and then we have to change it. So I'll put it in, make sure it's working, and then we'll give everyone 8 to 10 minutes or so to squad up and get in the match before we actually get started. Oh, it looks like they're moving in.
Yeah, they bounced down on top of them.
Yeah, that was a bit of a bold move, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Just down to 6. Yeah, it might have been a little early, but we'll see if it pays off.
Someone got above him. Oh,
Yeah.
There he goes. Yeah.
Raisin and Wild Orange. Oh, but then it looks like so Kai is the only one left. So Kai, that's it. Right? No, we are 2 left, and
Yep.
Kai's partner isn't there. But
One-on-one.
there we go.
There. Yep.
So congratulations to Kai and the Wolfpack for winning. So let me jump in and no, I don't want to. Oh, it jumped me into a match. I don't know if it will let me out. Oh, here we go. All right, so let's change this to squads. So if you're trying to join us, you'll set it as squads. You'll either select fill or don't fill. You'll press custom options. And let me make sure that this works before we give it out to everyone. Click accept, click play. And I have the start match key, so that is perfect. So our custom match code is Laveen S. Laveen with a capital L and the letter S at the end. I'm going to update that on our document. And we'll just hang out for a second here and make sure before we start our countdown that other players are able to get in. I don't know if Mr. Prost and Miss Giannis are going to jump in with us here. Oh, there they are.
We're here.
Perfect. So our matchmaking key is Laveen S. So we're going to need to give him a little bit of time to squad up. We'll probably do about an 8-minute, 9-minute break in between, but I just want to see some other people get in before I start that, just to make sure that everything's working. Oh, there we go. We're getting players queued in.
I told him 10 minutes. I said around 7:35.
Okay, perfect. So I'll start a
But we're-
9-minute timer right now, and then we can always adjust it when we get there.
We have.
Oh goodness,
Alright.
is that Joe's nephew?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so players, thanks for joining us. Squad up. We'll start in about 8 to 10 minutes. Squad up, get with your partners. The match leader, or not the match leader, the squad leader is the only one that actually has to ready up. And our password is Laveen S. Laveen with a capital L, that's Laveen, and a lowercase s.
Actually, I'm gonna call my wife back real quick.
All right, we're just under 4 minutes until the start time. Please join us. Go into squads, click custom options, put in the matchmaking key Laveen S. Hit play a couple of times and ready up. We are down to 2 minutes to start time. Get in your squad or just join as a duo or join as a solo. Get partied up with some other players or play by yourself. Just join us for our last match of the night.
All right, mine too.
All right, we are at 67 players. We have just about 1 minute, 1 minute left to jump in. Oh, now we're up to 70. I want to just watch that climb. Then we can get up near 100.
I wish we could. Hopefully, we could hit 100 like last time.
Yeah, definitely. But we've been set at 70 here for a little bit, so maybe we should start this match. Are you guys ready to go?
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's go.
Match is started.
Does Frosty want to hop?
So we're going to join the server, get in there. about 70 players. And our California teachers moved back to where their voice is just on their screen, so so they could interact with their students. But I am joined by Mr. Wassey with his faulty microphone. He's trying his best to get in here with us. Mr. Smith is here, and Mr. Hahn.
Hopefully, Mr. Wassey will be able to figure out his microphone.
He was having that issue a little while ago.
Sorry about that.
During teaching as well, so. But we'll have around 70 players. Well, not counting me. Tyler, were you able to get in as well?
Yeah, I'm in right now, so I did not squat up, so I'm all by my lonesome.
Oh. I want to sometime do it where I'm partnered with people randomly, but then I'd have to turn the voice chat off. I don't know. I just need to know Fortnite better to know what would work the best. Need to talk to some of our Fortnite players once we're back to in-person school, or I've been thinking about setting up a Laveen district esports Google Classroom.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I bet you'd fill up lobbies pretty quick.
Just be an easier way to get the information out to more people. Mr. Wassey, are you talking? We're getting a little beeping from your microphone, but not like it was before.
No, I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to talk until you said something.
I was just trying to see if you were talking, we couldn't hear you at all, but it sounds good now.
Yeah, your mic sounds good now.
I'm just trying to sit really still.
There you go.
I don't.
All right, Mr. Williams, let's get into a house and get some items.
No, I'm trying to get eliminated here, and I was near some players, and I don't know where they went.
All you have to do is get a gun and shoot it up into the air, and they'll find you.
I've seen you get a kill in these before.
I have. There we go. All right. So let me make sure I'm able to spectate this. So we have, looks like Corey on third base, Phony Jeans, Q13, and then an anonymous player. And they are on a range of devices here. I'm seeing PlayStation, Xbox, and then the other two it doesn't tell us. But we're down to 66 players remaining. And it still looks like, I was hoping with that update that came out this week, I would be able to switch between players in the party on our spectating, but it doesn't look like that's came back yet. So we are watching, I believe, the top person at our list, which is Anonymous 351.
How come it doesn't say what the other two are on?
I'm not sure. Maybe there's a setting, like a privacy setting that they can change.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I haven't really looked in the settings since the new updates. But I'd just like to thank everyone for joining us for these two matches. If you're watching the stream, when you get eliminated, put an emote in there. Let us know if you had fun or not. Looks like we might have a dance off. I'm gonna say
Those are always
anonymous.
fun.
Sniped.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are always fun until you get sniped.
I'm gonna give that dance off win to anonymous, mostly because I couldn't see Phony Jeans. But we're down to 54 players remaining. Looks like this team might try and take this jet. I don't know. Can you fly these jets? I don't even know. I know these are
they're
bots, right?
Yeah, they're shooting at bots. But no, you can't fly this. But if you break it down, there should be some items on the inside.
Ah, nice.
Oh yes, the chili pepper.
Oh yeah, if you take a chili pepper, you can run really fast and swim like Michael Phelps.
Is that a new item or no? Do you guys know
That's a very old item.
that they just brought
They
back?
must have brought back, yeah. What is this legendary item?
Oh, it's a surfboard.
Silver Surfer surfboard?
Yeah.
So you can literally just fly.
Yeah, I think it's a way to get
Interesting.
around the map faster. But I'm not sure. I've never used it before.
So do these
I wonder if
bots not
California-
shoot at them?
So I think they I'm not sure what they do, but you get them on your team basically. So I think they're on their team. Or like helping them for a little while.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'll have to find out, but I can't remember how you do it. But you can get them to run around with you on your side and shoot the other people.
Looks like another dance off. I'm going to give that one to Phony Jeans. But we are now down to 52 players remaining. They're kind of camped out here at the edge of the storm.
They are definitely not looking for a fight.
That's all right. Normally the beginning is a little slow as people are building up their resources, making sure they have everything that they need. But yeah, they're definitely just camping out.
That's usually my strategy.
Yeah, that would be the only way I could win.
Showing off his editing skills.
I doubt they even know that they're on the stream because they could also be watching the other stream or not watching the stream at all because, like I've said before, Fortnite is not a game we play at school just because it's a shooter and it's rated T for teen. At school, we would only play, in our esports clubs, we would only play E-rated games. But since students are at home and on their own devices, and they're also, Twitch is blocked on our school devices, which I agree with as well. So to watch the stream, you also have to be on your own device that your parents are able to kind of monitor a little bit and decide if this game or watching the stream is appropriate for the age level of the student. I know the game's pretty popular at all age levels. I'd be a little bit more cautious just going through Twitch though, because it really is anyone that wants to stream can, which is a great platform for people to share. But then also, there aren't very many rules about what you're saying. But I would really like to develop the streaming side of our esports programs. Maybe not on Twitch. We can stream to YouTube. But just how to set up a stream, how to set up the equipment, doing the shoutcasting like I'm doing poorly, where they kind of talk about the game. and just build those editing and speaking skills.
Well, it takes a lot of work from your end to go ahead and set this up, Mr. Williams.
At the beginning, it was a little bit of work. Now I have it. Well, we tried some different things this week, which made it a little interesting. Usually, it was easier this week to not have all the cameras involved because we have to really figure out how we're going to talk to each other and also be able to watch the same game. So not having the cameras involved made it easier. But the audio was a little bit difficult because, well, having 2 streams running and then trying to get everyone in at the same time. I know that they're running cameras on their stream. So that's why they were jumping in with us instead of us jumping in with them, because if we were to jump in with them, it would adjust all their cameras and change like the sizing and stuff. But we're all just kind of learning about it as we go here. And
Well, our California friends would be proud of me. I have taken a semi. I'm driving the big rig.
oh, you're still in. Nice. So do you have your Switch hooked up to a TV, or are you playing completely mobile?
No, I play handheld. It fits my hand better, I feel, and it's just, I don't know, my eyesight isn't the best as I get older, so it's nicer having compared with my screen size, just the console right here.
Yeah.
That, and I grew up playing, Nintendos, so, or Game Boys, so handheld gaming's just kind of a natural.
So did you have the Game Boy with the green screen, or were you a Game Boy Color player?
So I actually had both. So I started off with, the green screen, but then I ended up going to a Game Boy Color.
Nice.
I still have my Game Boy Color.
Is that so? The 3D Game Boy, that's the one that flips open. The Game Boy Color looks just like the original Game Boy, right? But just has a color screen.
Can you say that again?
The Game Boy Color looks like the original Game Boys, but just has a color screen, right? Because I know there's like the 3DS, but that flips open or has 2 screens.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, the Game Boy Color looks like the original. I just got conked out.
Oh,
Got number 13 though.
nice.
But yeah, and the original Game Boy Color was just a little bit thinner than the Game Boy.
And the color of the actual device was like a purplish color, or you could get different colored ones, couldn't you?
Yeah, my very first one was like the Pokemon edition. I was so excited for, those games to come out.
I still have Pokemon Yellow for it.
Oh, that was the best though.
Yeah, it really was.
I about tore my hair out until I figured out how to beat Brock with getting a man key off by Viridian City. That takes me back.
The good old days.
I think I just mostly played Tetris and Metroid on the Game Boy. Never really Pokemon. Mr. Smith, what was your first console or gaming device that you remember having or playing?
My first one was the PlayStation. Original PlayStation. And I used to play Crash Bandicoot on that all the time.
Uh-huh. We haven't heard from Mr. Wassy yet. His microphone says that he's here. Can you hear us, Mr.
Yeah, I'm
Wassy?
Here.
What was your first console or device?
Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay. And favorite game on
And
that?
then Mario. Super Mario. And then I got the N64. And then I believe I made the switch to PlayStation.
Nice. I will say the Nintendo 64 is one of my favorite consoles because it had a lot of those multiplayer games, and it was kind of one of the first ones where you could play 4 at once. That seemed to work well.
And my favorite game on that is Super Smash Brothers.
That's a good thing about the Switch, is having those games as well.
That's just about what we exclusively play with my esports program is Super Smash Brothers. Everybody is just in love with that game, and I love it yet.
Yeah, I love that game, but I love it for N64.
That is one of the reasons that we used Switches for our esports club, though, because we didn't actually ever get to where we were playing Smash Brothers, but I know it's a very popular game, and only with the newer consoles, only available on Nintendo. Well, on the Nintendo Switch. All right, we're down to 24 players. They're all getting kind of close together. This team, we have been watching them since the beginning, right?
Yes.
They're staying right at the edge.
Oh, 2 are
Oh, they're
down.
going down, yeah.
They're done.
Looks like we might get a new team to watch here.
They have 7 health as a team. And he has no heals.
All right, it looks like Hoax and Zwetty and Spagito and Pokey or Pocky. They have their whole team left. Down to 19 players. So under 5 squads. Well, I guess there could be under 5 full squads remaining.
Yeah, I'm spectating a squad that's 2 anonymous, and then Icy Ice. They're just camping at the moment.
Ah.
There's a lot of people for a small circle.
Yeah. And I am pretty sure that this squad was definitely squatted up since they're all wearing the same skins.
Yeah.
That's modding as well. They're all in fish costumes, and I love it because they remind me of the Murlocs from World of Warcraft.
That is the only skin I used to use, the fish stick one.
I love their little spaghetti legs. It's just it's fantastic.
I'll have to find that one and see what it looks like because I don't necessarily know what you're talking about.
It's just an ugly looking fish. Koi fish. I think it's a koi fish. I would assume.
Yeah, it looks like a koi fish. And they have like just bulging eyes. It kind of looks like a pug with just these pendulous little arms and legs.
Ooh.
All right, we're down under 15.
This team's in trouble.
They're just trying to build and heal there. They do still have their whole squad remaining, but it looks like Hoax is pretty low on life.
Yeah, they're all alive, but they're hurt.
What is this weapon that he's using?
I don't know.
It's like you get it from the bots, I think. It's like a ray gun or something. I don't know.
Oh, like Call of Duty Zombies?
Kind of, but I'm not
But
sure. But like it's kind of kind of reminds me of like Star Wars gun.
they had those Star Wars guns in here.
Yeah.
Probably about the last time I played it was when they had the Star Wars stuff in it. They had lightsabers.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the lightsabers. Yeah, I have a stormtrooper outfit or skin or whatever you call it.
Three teams? Has to be 4 teams at least.
Yeah, down to 13 players.
At least 4 teams.
The team that I'm spectating is just beginning to raid a fortress, and it's pretty good. So I think there's going to be some stuff crashing down pretty quick here.
Yeah, everyone's really close together. Down to 12 now. Yeah, how quickly these players are able to build is just incredible. Oh.
9 left.
We've got Kai and the Wolfpack in this squad. Didn't they win the duos match?
Yeah, they did.
I did talk to one of the players that won the duos match last week, and I need to email them back. So if they're watching this week, I haven't forgotten about the response that I'm going to get in that email. I just need to get it figured out. But yeah, we're down to 9 players remaining. This is a full squad here.
This is always my least favorite part of the match when I play.
Just trying to figure out where everyone's at.
And then all the building, because it's not my strong suit.
Down to 6. So I think we're down to 2 teams remaining here. It looks like this team has the high ground. Down to 5. They just need to find that last player.
Sometimes, oh, they did go to the bottom. I was gonna say, sometimes when it gets this small, just chilling on the bottom's good plan, but...
And it looks like they have won. Congratulations to Dusty, Jantham, Kai, and the Wolfpack. Great job. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight for our community game night. I don't know if the California streamers are going to jump in, so I kind of want to know where they got to. But we will play again next week. All the information will be in that same document. I'd like to thank Mr. Hahn, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Wassi, and Mr. Pross and Miss Giannis for joining us tonight. Hopefully you had fun. And let's do this again next week.
Yeah, see you guys soon.
All right, thanks, guys.
good.
Oh, here we have
Hello,
you guys
we're back.
jumped in. Perfect. How did you guys do? Did you guys play in this match?
We did.
We
Did-
got, what did we get?
like 17th or something.
Something like that. It
All right.
wasn't great.
Were you guys just in a duo, or did you party up with some of your students?
We partied up with my student teacher and his nephew. Who's
Oh,
10.
nice. Oh, perfect. And were you guys on comms during it?
No.
Oh,
No, so that's, we talked about it. The communication is key, right?
definitely. All right, but I'd just like to thank you guys for joining us, and have a great weekend, everybody.
All right,
Same to
GGs,
you, man.
you guys. That was
GGs,
so much
guys.
fun. Thanks
So
for
much fun.
thanks for having us, JD.
No problem. We'll do this. We'll probably do it again with all of us in 2 weeks. We usually go on a 2-week. I think that'll work. We'll figure it
Sounds
out.
good.
We'll let
Yeah,
everyone
about 2
know.
weeks.
All
Cool.
right. Have a
Cool, cool,
great
cool.
weekend.
Same to
All
you
right.
guys.
See you
See you
guys.
guys.
See you guys later.
Yeah.